Concord. We have discussed about Concord, so this is second clip, second video. So here Concord means the arguments. Here arguments means the argument between subject and verb. We have to give the verb according to the number of subject. Yes, verb should always be agreed with the number of the subject. For example, she is a nurse. Here she is singular, so we have to give singular verb. Is singular verb. Yes, like we have next example, they are my friends. They is plural noun, so we give plural verb. Next, so what are singular nouns and what are singular verbs? One and only. If there is one and only, they are called or said to be singular noun. For example, he, she, it, Raj, Riya, or any name of place. So these are singular nouns. So what are singular verbs? Is, was, has, does, and if there is any verb 5, they are singular verbs. So what are plural nouns and plural verb? Plural nouns means two or more than two nouns. Two or more than two. For example, you, they, we, Raj and Riya, Kathmandu and Bhaktapur, deer, cattle, etc. These are plural nouns. And what are plural verbs? Are, were, have, do, and if there is any verb 1, they are said to be plural verbs. So here are some rules of agreement. First rule is that if there is singular noun or singular pronoun, what we have to do? We have to do that if there is singular noun or pronoun, we have to give singular verb. For example, Tina loves Nepal. Oh, sorry, I have mistaken here. Tina loves Nepali songs. It was good idea. Abu is a good friend in isolation. So these are singular. And second rule is that if there is a plural noun or plural pronoun, we give plural verb. For example, they love Nepali films. We were in a good condition. Those men have a lot of ideas. Now second rule we do have, before rules, here I have listed some regular plurals and irregular plurals. Regular plurals means if you add yes or es or ies in singular noun, if they become plural, they are said to be plural verbs. For example, book plus s, books, cat plus s, cats, balls, boys, dogs, etc. Bosses, bushes, benches, boxes, babies, ladies, diaries, flies, leaves, knives, potatoes, tomatoes, heroes, photos, pianos, zoos, etc. And we do have some irregular plurals also. They do not follow the upper rules. For example, feet, teeth, mice, lice, oxen, geese, children, men, women, etc. And there are some nouns which are always plural and they do not have singular forms. For example, pants, shorts, trousers, scissors, tongs, forceps, intestines, goods, clothes, things, stairs, spectacles, etc. Some nouns look like singular but are always plural. For example, police, people, cattle, gentry, public, vermin, poultry, etc. Rule number 3, and it is about pronoun again. If with indefinite pronoun, they agree with singular verb. All the indefinite pronouns, they are plural but they take singular verb. For example, and we it is one thing that we have to keep in your mind, that if you remember Sena, it will be easier for us. Sena means yes stands for somebody, someone. E stands for everything, everyone, nobody, no one. A stands for anybody, yes, etc. I have written here in the underline. So here you can just read the example here. Everybody loves song, us. Everybody, that seems to be yes, plural. Of course, that is plural, but it takes singular verb. No one was left. However, the following indefinite pronouns are, they always agree with the plural verbs. For example, both, few, many, several, others, etc. For example, both are happy, few were present. Now next one, subject which is or is of, either or either of, neither or neither of, one or one of, every, etc. They take singular verb. Yes. For example, each and every student has a textbook. Now next one we do have with uncountable nouns. All uncountable nouns are always singular, so they take singular verbs. For example, water freezes at 32 Fahrenheit, 42 degree Fahrenheit. So you have to keep these things in your mind. We do have some lists of uncountable nouns. They may be as the form of liquid, for example, juice, water, coffee, in the form of gases, oxygen, air, carbon, in the form of food, cake, bread, fruit, rice, etc. So we do have some examples you can read here. Particles, solid elements, disease, abstract ideas, subjects. Yes, they seems to be plural, but they are singular. For example, physics, economics, mathematics, and some others which are always singular, but they seem to be plural. For example, luggage, baggage, traffic, scenery, advice, dust, news, etc. Now rule number 5. Rule number 5 says verbal noun. Verbal noun means when you add ing in the main verb, let's say root verb, they become verbal noun. So all verbal nouns are singular subject. For example, walking, that is singular, so it takes is, that is singular verb. Walking is a healthy exercise. To walk is healthy. Now rule number 6, with adjectives as a subject. Adjectives are known as plural, so they take plural verbs. For example, rich are happy. So rich means not only a person, all over the world, rich people. Next, that is arithmetic sums. If there is any arithmetic sums, they always agree with singular verb. For example, 2 minus 2 is 2, not are. Rule number 8. Plural expressions of distance, money, time, measurement, etc. They are considered as a singular unit, so they agree with singular verb. For example, 10 kilometers. So it seems to be plural, but it is singular. 10 kilometers is a long distance. 10,000 rupees. It is again seem to be plural, but it agrees with singular verb. 10,000 rupees is not enough money. Now next rule, that is expressions of quantity. So I have written in this way. If they become, they means here all, some, most of, a lot of, lots of, etc. If they come with uncountable noun, they always take singular verb. But if they come with plural countable noun, they take plural verb. For example, most of water is hot. Here water is uncountable, so it takes singular verb. Next example, that is most of the students are taking the class. Here students, it is plural, so it takes plural verb. Now rule number 10. What does rule number 10 says? The rule number 10 says that it is with and. We do have some criteria, so where to use singular verb and where to use plural verb. It is a compound subject whose part is joined by and normally takes a plural verb. For example, Ria and Mona. So normally if two nouns are joined with and, we use plural verb. Ria and Mona are in the park. Next, that is When two nouns together joined by and form a phrase which expresses a single idea, the subject agrees with singular verb. For example, truth and honesty is a good virtue. Here, truth and honesty, they give same idea. So, it takes or they take singular verb. Next, rice and curry is her favorite food. Rice and curry, they are same thing. That means eating things. So, they take singular verb. Next, number C, we do have when two nouns are joined by and refer to the same person or thing, the subject agrees with singular verb. For example, the writer and producer is coming. Here, the writer and producer means not two people, same person. Yes, but he has two works, writing also, producing also. That means the writer and producer is coming, not are coming. Same person but two jobs. Number D, we do have next rule, that is when they refer to two persons or things, the subject agrees with plural verb. For example, the writer and the producer are coming. Here, the writer and the producer means not the same person. Here we do have two persons, writers, yes, and the producer. That means if we use the in the two places or before the noun, that means it is plural. Okay. Now next rule, rule number 11, we have subject with or, nor, either or, neither nor, not only but also, etc. The verb always agree according to the number of pronoun or noun nearest to the verb. Here I have one example. Not only Raj but also his friends are stingy. Not only Raj but also his friends. Raj is one noun or subject and his friends is next subject. So we do have two nouns here. Let's say two subjects here. So according to the rule number 11, we have to use the noun verb according to the nearest noun. Here his friends is nearest subject, so the verb goes according to the number of nearest verb, that is his friends, that is plural, so we use plural verb, that is are. Next one, number 12, the subject with prepositional phrases like as well as, along, along with, together, together with, besides, of, in, on, etc. We have to choose the verb according to the number of the first subject. For example, Ranju along with her parents. If they come yes, we have to give the verb according to the number of the first one. That is, here Ranju is first, so we give the verb according to the first noun. Now next one, we do have next rule with relative pronoun. Relative pronoun, for example, who is, that, whom, etc., they become singular or plural according to the noun directly in front of them. For example, the boy who has. Here boy is singular, that is why we have to use singular verb, that is has. Now next example, the boys who have done. That means boys, this is plural, so we have to use plural verb. Now next we do have, I think we have finished. Okay, I have assigned you as your homework. You can do it. I have assigned you these. I think there are 40 questions, two sets of 40 questions. That means altogether 80 questions you have. You do this and submit me by tomorrow. I will check and I will check your answers. Thank you. Have a good time.